Last value, almost we have seen, and the name of last value is Dhyatma Gnana Nityatva. One should have the knowledge of scriptures. Adhyatma means having kept ourselves in view. Whatever we study is called Adhyatma. Atmani Adhikritya. And in this Adhyatma, what will come? So yesterday we have seen Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. By doing Shravanam, our ignorance definitely will go. Condition only, we should be endowed with fourfold qualification, sadhana chatushtaya sampanna. If we are endowed with this qualification, then definitely while listening only, gnanam will take place. Shastra says, and agnanasya nivritti hi syat, then still if we have any doubt, that doubt will go by raising the question. So by raising the question, sanshayasya nivrittihi syat. So whatever we have made doubt regarding self, regarding Lord, or regarding even whole universe, everything will go. This both will come at our buddhi level. So always I used to say this Shravanam and Mananam is at our intellect level, buddhi level, while still we have to give this gnanam, otherwise this gnanam should be assimilated by our mind also. And for that, what we are doing, nididhyasana. And by continuously, if we keep on doing nididhyasanam, then viparita gnanasya nivrittihi syat. Viparita means opposite. What we are not, that always we are considering, I am this. We are not body, but we are thinking, I am body. It is called viparita. It is opposite. We are not even mind, buddhi, anything, but always we think, I am subtle body. These all are called viparita gnana. And that bondage to consider oneself body, mind, sense complex, it is so strong, it is very difficult to go out in spite of knowing everything. So it takes a long time, and then what mind says accepted by buddhi, and what buddhi says is accepted by mind. This is called whole gnanam is completed. So these all three, Shravan, Manan and Nididhyasanam, are helpful to assimilate gnanam in our system. And what is the knowledge? We have seen also yesterday. The truth is you are the whole. What is the ultimate vision? Ultimate vision, only thing, what we are thinking, we are very limited entity. We have so many defects. But Vedanta says, Tvam Purnaha, you are infinite. You don't have any type of defect. You are the whole. And yesterday, what I says, this cannot be improved. So right now, we are Purna only. It is not now we have to become Purna and we have to become eternal. It is not like that. Right now, also we are Muktahaya, but only there is a veil of ignorance in our mind. That's why we don't know. So this is called moksha. I have started this. And somebody asked from where these philosophies, there are many philosophies have come from where. So for that purpose, yesterday we saw one illustration, some example. If we can take all blind person, men, near to elephant, and we can give them a different part of the elephant, then they starts telling what is the elephant. Some may say it is like a rope, some may say there is like a pillar, different. They are not wrong, they are true only, but their truth is half truth because they don't know what is the whole. Same way, there are many philosophies, they have their own understanding. We can't say they are wrong, but we can say they are not completely true. This is only difference. And one more thing I would like to share is that let go and keep them up. People say there are many paths to know oneself. To know liberation, there are many paths like Bhakti Yoga, Gnana Yoga, Kriya Yoga. The people say, and they say, they used to give this illustration, this drashtantaha. If there is a hill, on the top of the hill, there is a temple. If we would like to go to the temple, we can go by the steps, we can go by this way, we can go by this way, we can go by behind, but we will reach on the top of the hill only. Yes, we can reach, but to have darshan of Devata who is sitting inside, Garbhagruha is it. We have many paths to reach up to the hill, on the top of the hill, but to have darshanam, there is only one Garbhagruha. From there only we can have darshan. This Garbhagruha is not open to all sides. Same way, there are many paths are available. These all paths are helpful for Chitta Shuddhi. These all paths are helpful for our ekagrata or focusing, whatever. But ultimately, Gnanam will take what is our real nature. So these paths are not wrong, but they have their own limitation. We cannot condemn they are wrong, but they have their own limitation. They can reach up to this level, but to enter inside only one Garbhagruha. And it is called by knowing oneself, nothing else. By knowing oneself, we can know what is the what is the real nature. In what I have said today morning, Ayurveda gives two things for treatment. If somebody is sick, then he says, this is the aushadhi, this is the medicine, and this is pathyam. The meaning of pathyam, whatever instruction has been given, we have to follow. If we have cough, we cannot supposed to drink buttermilk. We cannot supposed to drink, even the milk was, some Vaidya says, you cannot supposed to drink milk because it increase kapha. So we have to follow pathyam also, and we have to take aushadhi also. Then we can be recovered from disease. Same way, Shastra says, same way we are for Atma Gnana. They say there are bhava roga. Bhava means sansara. We are sick because of the sansara. This is called bhava roga. We would like to come out from sansara. Then what should we do? So they say you have to take aushadhi also, and then you have to follow pathyam also. So what are the aushadhi? Then shastrasya shravana manana nididhyasanam are called a medication. But what are the pathyam? These 20 values. This are the pathyam. If we follow, then we can assimilate Shastra very well. If we won't follow, then we can understand Shastra, but it is unable to assimilate. In this last shloka, etat gnanam adhyatma gnana nityatvam tattva gnanartha darshanam etat gnanam iti proktam agnanam yadatonyatha. There is anyatha. So these all are up to here. These all values are mentioned, and then Bhagavan says, "Etat gnana." Here the meaning of Gnanam is not Atma Gnanam, but here the meaning of Gnanam is these 10, 20 values can take up to the Gnanam. So this is a secondary meaning of Gnanam. By live a life of this 20 value, we can reach our real knowledge. That's why Bhagavan says, Iti etat gnanam iti proktam. It is said by me, this is called gnanam. Then, what is agnanam? So he says, agnanam yat ataha anyatha. Opposite of these 20 values are called agnanam. Yet ataha anyatha. Anyatha means different than this are called agnanam. So I have just written for our understanding. If amanitvam adamvitam ahimsa kshanti raja, first shloka. So if we have manitvam, then this is called agnanam. If we have hypocrisy, then it is called agnanam. Even if we have easily hurt someone, we have agnanam. If we cannot accommodate people, we cannot accept people, it is called agnanam. Anarjavam. There is no alignment between all thought, word and deed, then it is called agnanam. In all 20s, we can put a opposite side of these 20 values. Bhagavan says it is called agnanam only. So here, these 20 values are over. Then I was thinking from where I have to start Gita, because this is the only, what are the 20 values we have seen, but we have to start Gita. So I thought, if foundation is sound, if base is sound, then all whatever we build up must be very strong. So foundation of Bhagavad Gita is second chapter. It says, suppose Bhagavad Gita generally is divided in 3 parts. First is 1 to 6, another is 7 to 12, and last one is 13 to 20. In general, this 1 to 6 is given Jiva Swarupam. Who we are, what is our real nature? Jiva Swarupam is described, more or less, not everything, more or less. In 7 to 12 chapters, Ishwarasya Swarupam. And particularly in 13, Jiva, Ishwara, Aikyam. Even Tattva Bodha we will see Jiva Ishwarasya Aikyam. Same way in 13th chapter also, Jiva Ishwarasya Aikyam. But in 1 to 6, in first chapter is nothing. They have just given why this has started. But in second chapter, I can say Bhagavan has covered Atma Gnanam. Bhagavan has, Lord Krishna has covered even what is Karma Yoga. And even Bhagavan has covered, if person is totally assimilated Gnanam, then how they...
પહેલા અધ્યાયમાં શું કહ્યું?
General description is given in first chapter. Because somebody was asking to someone, Pila, what you have told in first chapter. That's Karma Yoga. And third one, if person is assimilated, totally assimilated Gnana, then how they conduct one's life, it is also given as a Sthita Prajna Lakshana. So generally we can say whole life, how to we live, it is given in convincing, in short form, capsule form in second chapter. In this second chapter, elaborated by 3, 4, 7 up to the 17. Then again in 18th chapter, summary of whole Gita. So that's why I have planned, okay, we will go in second chapter. But before going in second chapter, we have to see something, no? Okay, what is given in first chapter. So first we will see what is the summary of first chapter. And then we will enter in second chapter. The name of first chapter is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Yoga, the name is not Baba Ramdev Yoga, but the meaning of yoga I have written is called topic. So what is the topic of first chapter? The name is Vishada. The name of the topic is sorrow, grief. But grief of whom? You can say Arjuna. So Arjuna, Vishada Yoga is the name of first chapter. So generally, when we write the name of chapter, what subject matter is highlighted in this chapter, accordingly they have given the name of this chapter. Just let me clarify. Everybody knows who has written Gita. Actually, Veda Vyasa has written Mahabharata. In Mahabharata, Gita occurs. So Veda Vyasa has not given separate chapter of this is Arjuna Vishad Yoga, this is Moksha, Sannyas Yoga. He has not given like that. He has given only just it is flowing. It's because it's a 1 lakh shlokas in Mahabharata. So he's not given this topic. Then this is given by Madhusudan Saraswati. The chapter's name, this is Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Then another second chapter is Sankhya Yoga. Everything is given by Madhusudan Saraswati. Same way, whether you know or you don't know, I don't know. But these mantras of all Vedas, Rishya are called, do you know what is the meaning of Arsha? Arsha Sanskriti, Arsha Vidya Gurukulam, always there is Arsha word comes. So what does it mean? What is connected to Rishi is called Arsha. Connected to Rishi is called Arsha. So there are many Rishis. They have seen many mantras in their meditation. So this in beginning of the universe, they say in beginning of earth, whatever they call. So they have seen many mantras. So these all mantras, this Rishi, they have started to teach their students. At that time, there is no book is available. There is no even palm leaves are available. There is no paper. So they Rishi used to chant mantra and Shishya used to listen mantra. So whole this Upadesham should give by Karna Parampara. Karna means through listening. And in listening, in Sanskritam, we say as a Shravanam. And another, there is a one Kriyapada. Verb is in, I think in a Dhatu Patha, is a Shru, Shruyate. The meaning of Shru means to listen. So there one suffix is added and they have given the name Shruti. Shruti means Veda only, the mantras of Veda, but through listening only, Rishi has carried forward to their Shishya. That's why another name of Veda is called Shruti. Shruti Smriti Purananam. At that time, the meaning of Shruti means Veda because they have seen mantras in their mind and they have started teaching to their Shishya. Now, Vedavyasa, they have found, Vedavyasa says, there are many mantras, they all Shishya keep on chanting. So some mantra are in prose form, some mantra can be sing, some mantra they have some meter, and some mantra Vedavyasa has found there are some medical use, some medicines is given. So on that basis, Vedavyasa has given the name. So even the name of Vedas are given by Vedavyasa only. He says, or mantra which are in prose form. In Gujarati say Gadya, maybe in some Hindi also, which is prose form, are called Rukveda. Ruk only. A mantras which we can sing, it's called Samaveda. A mantra which has some meter, like Anushtup Chand, Trishtup Chand, are called Yajurveda. And mantra which are full of our sthula sharira remedies are called Atharva Veda. That's why he is called Veda Vyasa. Vyakaroti Veda. He is given the name. He is given the department of each and every mantra. That's why without a Veda Vyasa, we cannot think our life. Because Veda Vyasa has written Mahabharata. Veda Vyasa has written 18 Puranas. Purana, Mahabharata. This Vedas bifurcation is also naming, also given by Veda Vyasa, and even Brahma Sutra is also written by Veda Vyasa. So what we are studying here is only, it starts from, what was there? Every day we are chanting. Shankaram Shankaracharya, Keshavam Badarayana, Sutra Bhashya. Where is Veda? Shankaram Shankaracharya, Keshavam Badarayana. So Badarayana means Veda Vyasa. His another name is also Badarayana. Badarayana. He sustained his own stool sharira by eating badar, berry fruit, bear. In Hindi we say bear. So badar. So he did tapas by eating only these bear fruits. That's why one name is called Badarayana. So like Veda Vyasa, Badarayana, we can say is a given whole systems of Veda. Same way, Madhusudan Saraswati has given systematic the numbers of chapters. And even all Dhyana Shloka also written by Madhusudan Saraswati. So that Madhusudan Saraswati has given the name of first chapter is Arjuna Vishada Yoga. And why yoga means topic and Vishada means I have written sorrow. Because Arjuna becomes very sorrowful. He was in grief. And why? So I am not going in too much deep of first chapter, but everybody knows Arjuna has his chariot and Lord Krishna is a charioteer. He is a Sarthi. So in the beginning, Arjuna ordered Lord Krishna, Ratham Sthapaya Mechyuta. O Krishna, please place our chariot between two armies. Ratham sthapaya mechita. You place my chariot. He's never asmakam. He never says as my. At that time, he is some ego. Who am I? I'm the Arjuna. So he says, Me ratham sthapaya ubayoho senayoho madhye. Then Krishna is a Krishna. He can keep this chariot in the front of Duryodhana also. But Lord Krishna can place chariot in the front of Karna also. But being mischievous, Lord Krishna has kept chariot in the front of Bhishma and Drona. Sometimes we think we are Vairagyavat. Sometimes we think I have power of everything, but sometimes we don't know what is inside us. Some situation arise, then we can know still some is sitting inside. Some attachment, some sorrow, still is sitting inside. Same way Arjuna thinks, I am now totally ready for this war, but Bhagavan would like to show him. Still, there is a lots of attachment in you. That's why Bhagavan Krishna has kept chariot in front of Bhishma and Drona. Having seen this, Arjuna becomes sorrowful. So somebody asked, what is the topic of first chapter? So I can say the first topic of first chapter is to show what is samsara. In one who has samsara in one's mind, it's called samsari. What we have seen in previous, I think in the beginning, sansari is not one who is grihastha, but sansari is, if sansara is sitting in our mind, that person is called samsari. That sansari may be brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, and even sannyasi can be also samsari. So what is the name of the sansara that Bhagavan would like to show in first chapter? So I have said, if we have three things in our mind, then we can say we are sansari. What are these three things? So I have written ragaha, shokaha, and mohaha. If we have attachment, then we are sansari. Because of attachment, sometimes we may have fear. If this person or this situation, this object will go from my life, then what will happen to me? That is called shokaha. In English, it's called sorrow. In this, both are become so intense, they can cover our intellect. We cannot take proper any decision. It's called moha. So moha is called delusion. So if person has these three things are called sansari. Ragaha, shokaha, mohaha. So what is ragaha? So I have shown here, ragaha means attachment. Attachment with whom? So it can be person, it can be some situation, it can be object also. And if raga is there, another side of coin, dvesha must be sitting. But if raga is this natural consequence, dvesha must be there, but it is not discussed here. So he says, and in this chapter, Vedavyasa Bhagavan has shown Arjuna is full of raga. So where it has been mentioned, so I have just written Krupaya Parayavishta. Arjuna Krupaya Parayavishta Vishidan Idamabravit. This is I think 26th shloka. Krupaya Paraya Krupaya Avishta. Generally, we translate Krupaya as a grace, but here the meaning of Krupaya means Paraya with over attachment. Paraya we can take as a great attachment. Avishtaha, he becomes endowed with this Raga. In what happens to him, then Bhagavan says, Vishidan means he becomes sorrowful. So this another aspect of samsara is shoka. And when they are intense, how is reflect on our body? That is described in first chapter. So that I have written here. Arjuna himself described himself. How should I feel right now? He says, Sidanti mama gatrani mukham cha parishusyati vepatuscha sharire me roma harshascha jayate gandivam sansrate hastat tvak chaiva paridahyate nacha shaknomi avasthatum brahmativa chemana. So first he says, because of this raga and shoka, mama gatrani sidanti. Gatrani means our lips. Sidanti means they are losing their strength. We cannot hold something, it just falls out. He says, mama gatrani means all my limbs. Sidanti is just losing their strength. Mukham cha parishusyati. Even my mouth is dried up. Sometimes if students, they have not studied properly, if student is sincere, and if he goes for examination and he doesn't know what to write, then same situation comes. Mukham cha parishusyati. Because I mentioned he is sincere, because otherwise they can do some chori, still. Nowadays, all students, they are very expert how to copy. But if sincere student is there, then mukham cha parishusyati. They say, my mouth is dried. Vepatuhu cha sharire me sharire vepatuhu. Vepatuhu means trembling. My whole body is trembling. Kampati. Roma harshascha jayate. Horripilation. All my hair are kept erect. We say horripilation. Gandivam sansrate hastat. He has hold Gandivam in his hand. He said it just slipped away from my hand because there is no strength in my limbs. Tvak cha eva paridahyate. Even my skin is burning. You think I have fever? Nacha shaknomi avasthatum. Even I cannot able to stand. Brahmati eva cha me manah. It seems my mind is giddiness, Brahmati. So this is my condition. How can I fight? He says, this is the symptoms of over attachment. These are the symptoms of sorrow, shoka. And these both symptoms always at mind level. Only our mind is full of raga, our mind is full of shoka, with sorrow. And then what they do, this raga and shoka, they cover intellect. Intellect level, they cover, so buddhi cannot take proper decision. And how can it possible? So I have showed something. In the beginning, Arjuna says, I would like to Ratham Sthapaya Mechyuta. If Bhagavan says why, then he said, I would like to see Durbuddhehe Dhatra Rashtrasya, who are the inside of Dhritarashtra's son. Dhatra Rashtrasya means a sons of Dhritarashtra are called Dhatra Rashtra. And Dhatra Rashtra we can take as a Duryodhana, Dushasana anyway. And who is he? So he is given Durbuddhihi. His buddhi is not good. that he was telling in first part of the first chapter. That even I can show you. धात्र राष्ट्रस्य दुर्बुद्धेः युद्धे प्रियचिकीर्षवः. So this all sons of Dhritarashtra, they don't have good buddhi. Durbuddhi, they are wrong thinker, are called durbuddhi. That he has told in front of Bhagavan, Lord Krishna. And now I would like to show you same Arjuna. What would be the, I don't know. This Siddhanti Mamagatrani, everything is there. Same Arjuna, he says, Dratra Rashtran Sabandhavan. This all Duryodhana is my bandhu. So total, his mind is changed. Before that, he was thinking, Dhritarashtrasya putraha durbuddhihi. Now he says, Dhritarashtrasya putraha, they all are bandhu, they are my brother. So this raga and shoka has changed his intellect. So that's I have shown here. Durbuddhehe, and this changed to Dhatra Rashtrasya Sabandhavan. It's called out of moha, this statement has come. Same way, there is a one more statement has come from Arjuna. He says, Papam eva ashraye dasman hatva etan atataina. Etan anatataina. If we will kill this anataina, this atatai, opposite of atatai means anatatai. Like the opposite of vidya is avidya, there is a one word is called atatai. Opposite of this is called anatatai. And if we kill this anatatai, then we incur papa in our part. So what is the definition of atatai? That I have given here. It is given in, I think, Manusmriti or something. To whom we can call atatai. So it is given Agnidaha, Garadaha, Shastra Unmattaha, Dhana Apaha, Kshetra, Dara, Dhara Cha Etan, Shada Vidyat, Atataina. One who has committed wrong thing, adharmaha, among anyone among this, Agnidaha means one who has tried to someone put in fire, are called Agnidaha. Like, what was there? Prahlad's father, Hiranyakashipu, he has put his own son in fire. It's called Agnidaha. Garadaha, if person gives poison to another person, is called Garadaha. This all are, Agnidaha is also criminal. Garadaha, in our understanding, called criminal. Shastra Unmattaha. There are many people, they always roaming with gun. So we can say nowadays gun, at that time whatever that bow and arrow, Shastra Unmattaha, a person who has stolen their money, Dana Apaha, Kshetra Hara, one who has taken whole place. Kshetra means where they are living, somebody is overpowered, they start living. Kshetra Hara, even one who has taken someone's wife, are called Darahara. All are called Atataina. This is the name of Atatai. And now if we think of Duryodhana, Dusashan, they all are Atatai only. Because they have put in Lakshagam, they have given poison to Bhimsen. They are always try to keep down with Shastra Unmattaha when they are born in incognito. In 13 years, they have come with all Shastra to make them open. Dhanāpaha. They have taken all money of these Pandavas. Kshetrahara. This, what is the capital of Yudhishthir? They have taken after that Jugtu. It's not Hastinapur. In Darahara, they have taken even Draupadi. So all qualities are available in Dhritarashtrasya Putra. Still Arjuna says they are Anatadayana. He says his mind is totally changed. His mind is confused because of what? The only one. He is overpowered with Ragaha, overpowered with Shuka. And this is called Moha. One who cannot take proper decision because of overpowered with Raga and Shoka is called Moha. And out of this delusion, out of this confusion, he has taken the one decision at last. And in all situations, Krishna didn't advise Arjuna. He keep on telling, there are many, he did argument, why should not I fight with Duryodhana? He has given so many arguments. Krishna even didn't speak a word also. Why? They say, you should not give advice free of charge. If somebody asks, then only we have to give advice. Otherwise, they don't have value of our advice. And he didn't ask Lord Krishna, please advise me. When he says, Karpanya doshopahata svabhavaha, shishyasteham shademam tvam prapanna, then only Bhagavan started. Until he didn't speak anything, any advice he didn't give. So these all are, you can say, blabbering of Arjuna. And lastly, he declared, and what he declared, he says, this is the last verse of the first chapter, Eva muktva Arjunaha sankhe rathopasthe upavishat visrujya sasharam chapam shoka samvignamanasa. So this is the description of Arjuna at the end of the first chapter. Arjuna, how he looks, shoka samvignamanasa, is overwhelmed, his mind is overwhelmed with what? Shoka. And this is the description of Arjuna, and what he did. Sanjaya was narrating, so he says, Arjuna upavishata. He sat down. Where? They say, Sankhya. In between the battlefield. Sankhya means battlefield. In the battlefield, Mahabharat battlefield is called Sankhya. In this Rathopasthe, in the seat of chariot, Upavisha. He was standing to fight. He was ready for fight. That Arjuna, he sat on the chariot, on the seat of chariot, and what he did, Visrujya Sasharam Chapa. Visrujya is casting away. Sasharam means his own bow, Chapam also, his arrows also. So he started thinking, I won't fight. This is he would like to show to Lord Krishna, I don't like to fight. But still, he didn't run away from the battlefield. He just sat on the chariot, but he didn't run away because in one corner, he must be thinking, whatever I have argued with Lord Krishna may not be proper. Still, Bhagavan Krishna has not given any type of indication you should go away or you should fight. Then Bhagavan has not given any order. So he just kept quiet in his sitting. In such condition, first chapter is over. So first chapter can indicate this. A person who is in sorrow, a person who is over attached, for such person, Gita Shastra is available. So somebody asks, Gita Shastra, who is qualified for Gita Shastra? Then we can say, each and every people who are who has sorrow and who are sorrowful, these all people are qualified for Gita Shastra. In Gita, what Gita does, again I said, Gita is Moksha Shastra. Like Tattva Bodha, by knowing is a Moksha Shastra, same way Gita is also Moksha. Then we ask, Moksha from whom? It says, Sansarat Moksha. I would like a moksha from Sansara. Then we can ask, what is Sansara? Then he says, Ragaha, Shokaha, and Mohaha. These are the men. They have their own children. They have their own, grandchildren. This all Sansara are called Sansara. If this Raga, Shoka, Mohaha has gone from our mind, is called Moksha. So Moksha is not something to go to do something special thing, but Moksha means our mind totally free from all type of negativities. And this negativity is called in Mundaka is called Granthi. Granthi, the meaning of Granthi, there are many complexities. Each and every person is complex person. So when Vidyate Radaya Granthi in Mundaka Upanishad, if this all complex has gone from our mind, then right now we are Moksha Swarupa, nothing else. That's why last one, when we are at Ahmedabad, Pujya Swamiji has given one more definition of Moksha. What we can Moksha? Then he says, one whose mind is cheerful, sarvada, all the time. If person can be happy, cheerful, not even happy, cheerful all the time in any situation, then we can say that person is mukta. So moksha is not to do any exercise, but moksha means to remove all types of negativities from our mind is called moksha. And if someone asks, what is the subject matter of Gita? We always ask, now, what is the subject matter of this book? Same if somebody asks, what is the subject matter of moksha? Then I would like to show. The subject matter of moksha is how can we remove our shoka? Shoka means sorrow. How can we remove our grief? It's called the main topic of Gita. And somebody says, how can you tell like this? So in news also, the newsreader used to say, now this is the brief of the news. In the beginning, she gives the brief, then she elaborates everything, and lastly, again she used, or whatever newsreader used to say, these are the main news. So main news first, it comes in brief, again they explain in elaboratory, then again they say these are the main news. Same way, if somebody asks, so in the beginning, same should be at the end also. It's called, this is the topic in news. Same way, what is the topic of Gita? Then I would like to show. To Arjuna, Bhagavan has started to give Upadesha from 11th verse of 2nd chapter. It starts, Ashocyananva shochastvam pragnavadanscha bhashase gatasuna gatasuncha nanu shojanti pandita. This is the 11th verse. Panditaha na anushojanti. This is the Bhagavan's pratigna. Bhagavan has declared, Panditaha here not as a scholar, but Panditaha means Atmagnani, one who is self-knowledge, Bhagavan says, na anushojanti. They never grieve. They never become sorrowful. So this is the first verse, and Bhagavan says, you should not anushojanti. You should not grieve. And at the end of his Upadesha, in 18th chapter, Bhagavan says, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Ahantva Sarva Papebhya Mokshayishyami. And last one again he says, Ma Shucha. Ma Shucha means again you need not to grieve. It starts from Na Anushojanti. So what would be the topic of this whole Gita? We should not grieve. At what level? Even at physical level, even at subtle level, and even consciousness level. At any level, we should not grieve. That Bhagavan has taught in Gita. But we will see next time. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ